Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. This should be a treat. This is Deschutes Black Butte 25. It says here a malt beverage brewed with dates, figs, and cocoa nibs, with 50% of it being aged in bourbon barrels and 12.5% with black currant added. 12.5% American porter. That is a big porter. Not in the porter style, really. I mean, porters are supposed to be a lighter version of a stout. And 12.5%, wow, that is a huge porter. And it has the wax top on it, and the wax comes all the way down to here. I have not had a bad beer from Deschutes Brewing. I cannot get their beers here. This one was sent to me from by Matt. Matt, thanks again for rounding these up and shipping them to me. I do appreciate it. I wasn't aware that you could get Deschutes Brewery where you were at. I've had some guys, some of my subs, send me some of the Deschutes Brewing beers before. I've not had this particular one, so I am sure it's going to be a very tasty beer. I am just blown away that they're brewing a 12.5% porter. So I don't know what's going to differentiate that between a stout and a porter being that big of a beer. Let's go see what the commercial description says. Dates, figs, and chocolates, black currants, barrel aged in bourbon casks. The result is an imperial porter with a tart berry and chocolate aroma with luscious layers of dried fruit, oak, and vanilla. A fitting tribute to the 25th anniversary of our flagship beer. I just know this is going to be a good beer. We've been on a roll here the last couple of days doing some 9 and 10 great scale beers. We've been pretty lucky doing these great beers, and a lot of these have been sent to me either by some of the subscribers, Matt and Rich, Parrish, and Randy, and some that I've ordered from Lucan's Liquor. So they've been choosing some great beers to send me, and I've chose a few great ones to order from Lucan's. So we've been on a roll here lately, and that's a good thing. I always like to see these good beers roll in, and I just love reviewing great beers, and we've been on a roll, like I said. So I'm gonna take this knife and see if we can cut into the wax without having to peel all this off, and see if I can get my bottle opener underneath of it. Guys, if you need a bottle opener, give me a shout. They're going out the door fast. There's another black one left here the other day, so we're down to a green one and a couple of white ones and a couple of red ones, and I got a couple of orange ones coming supposedly. So oh, this is going. I'm gonna have to peel one corner of it off anyway to get to off here. I'm not a big fan of the wax. That just adds cost to the beer. If they're worried about the air getting in or out, they ought to do a cork version of it and not put all this silly wax on there. Just my opinion though, guys. It's just so easy for this to get down into the beer when you're trying to open it and trying to get into it. So, and it looks like this one particular one has got some writing on underneath the wax. Usually they use the plain caps when they put the wax and the foil and all that kind of decorative stuff on the bottles. So let's see if I can get my cap opener, bottle opener up underneath this thing. Ah, yes, we got into it. Nice opener. heavy duty stainless steel opener. Lasts forever. So guys, if you need one, give me a shout. Got the shirts over here. I got a new batch ordered. They should be in any time. The guy that I ordered these things from a couple of weeks ago said he was really backed up trying to get a bunch of stuff out for Christmas. As soon as I get the new shirts in, I'll let you know. But I got most sizes. I don't think I have any larges right now, or no triple X's, but we're replenishing those, and they should be in any day. So like I said, as soon as I get them, I'll do a video, let you know that I've got them all back in. But if you need a 2X or a small or a medium, I think I got an extra large or two still left. Just let me know. Let's go down the center. 12.5. I don't believe it's going to produce a monster head. It might surprise me. Alright, this is a 22 ounce or two. This is a big bottle. Oh, we got us a little bit more than a finger of head on that aggressive pour. Over into the light, there is none. I mean, it does not look like a porter. It looks like a stout in the glass, guys. And I kind of figured that when they said it was going to be a 12.5%er. Didn't think it was going to be a lot of light coming through the beer. That's a big beer. Takes a lot of malt to produce a beer that big. And these guys here at Deschutes, like I said, I don't think I've had a bad beer from these guys. So I'm really looking forward to doing this one. And Matt, thanks again for sending this one to me. There is no light, guys. It is absolutely black. Looks good in the glass. If I was blindfolded and looked at this, if you're blindfolded, how are you going to look at it, fool? If I was blindfolded or not, if I was blindfolded, let me put my nose on it before I make that comment. I am getting dark fruit and chocolate. A little bit of vanilla, not much, but it's cold. It's right out of the fridge at 40 degrees. A lot of dark malt, and I'm getting like a bittersweet chocolate. And don't know what currant actually smells like raw or without being in a beer, but I'm getting an aroma there that I'm not familiar with, and that's probably the currant that's been added. But I am getting the malt, I am getting the chocolate, I am getting the dark fruit. Oh, it smells wonderful in the glass. Now, they're taking the blindfold off and looking at the beer. It looks like a stout, like I said. There is no light coming through it. Most of the porters that you look at have an opaqueness to them. You can see a little bit of light through the outside, or it's a deep red ruby color. This one is black. This is dark black. And it's 12.5% or two. And the IBUs, it says here, is 64, which with that much malt and that big of a beer, they're going to have a large bittering hop to balance that beer out. And it says it's 64 on this one, so. Smells wonderful, so let's give it a taste, guys. Cheers. Happy 2014. Big beer. I am getting some alcohol in there. This one could probably have been cellar for a year or two or 5. But like I told you a couple of beer reviews ago, these guys that are buying these beers and sending them to me, and I've been putting them in the fridge, and they get pushed back in the back, and a year down the road, I've forgotten who sent them to me. That's not fair to the guys to spend their money and send these beers to me. I'm going to try to review the beers that people send to me within a week or two, so you get to see the reviews. It's not as much as I want to put this beer in the back of the fridge and save it for a year or 2 or 3 or 5 even. It's not fair to the guys that spend their money and want to see me review these beers. So unless they send me 2 of them, I'm going to review them fairly quick. I'm not even taking them downstairs to the cellaring fridges. I'm going to put them in the fridge up here, and we're going to review them fairly quick. That way I can remember who sent it to me. I'm getting so many people that's sending me beers now, and I've actually started putting painter's tape on the back of them and writing who sent them to me. So when I review them, I know who sent them to me. It's just not fair for me to put those in the back of the fridge and let them set for a year or two or whatever, and not remember who sent them to me. And I'm doing a beer review, and they make the comments, well, I sent that beer to you and you didn't shout me out or whatever. I try to make it a point that, I mean, you're spending your hard-earned money buying the beer, and then you're spending your hard-earned money shipping me the beers. So I want to acknowledge that. I do that in the beer video mails, or when I get the beer mails in, and when I do the beer reviews. I want to shout you out for that too, because I cannot get these beers where I'm at, and I do appreciate y'all guys sending them to me. So. But I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell you what I think of it, and don't take it personally if I don't like the beer that you sent me, or if I say it's boozy or it's got a lot of alcohol in it. It is what it is. And like a lot of these bigger beers, they should be or could be cellared for 3 to 5 years or even longer to reduce that booziness. And like a Bourbon County Stout, that's a great beer, but it is very boozy when it's hot. When I say when it's hot, when it's fresh. Those beers can be cellared for 3 to 5 years or even longer, and that booziness will subside over time. So, without me flapping my gums on and on and on about these beers, I just want to acknowledge the guys that do take the time to buy these beers and send them to me. I do appreciate it, guys. There is the booziness there. So, like I said, this beer probably could have been cellared for another 3 to 5 years, and that will subside a little bit, but it is what it is. The vanilla and the chocolate and the maltiness and just a little bit of the alcohol is most prevalent in the aroma on this. Now, it's right out of the fridge at 40 degrees. This is a big bottle. I'm going to take the other half and we're going to pour it for her. And we're going to sip on this for a while. I might even fire up a cigar. I even had somebody that comment about that. Does that corrupt your palate? Yes, it can. But some cigars go well with your darker beers and your stronger beers. But by the time I end up firing this up, firing the cigar up, I will have made my decision of what I think about this. And plus, like I said, some of those go well with these darker, chocolatey, stronger porters and stouts. So it's a nice change, but it can corrupt your palate. This is a sipper. It's a 12.5%er. So without me gulping it anymore, we're going to let it warm up just a little bit. Look at the lacing on that glass. That's awesome. These guys do some great work. Not had a bad beer from these guys. But remember, this is a big beer. So let's let it warm up, and I'll come back and we'll do the final chug and comments on this in about 30 minutes or so. But it won't take you that long. I'll be right back in a second. Stick around. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. This is an awesome beer. Dates, dried fruits, caramel, toffee. Just a hint of the bourbon they've done, and it's not overwhelming in the bourbon like a lot of the bourbon barrel stuff is. This is very light on the bourbon. The alcohol is there though, even now it's warmed up though. But you got to remember, this is a 12.5%er, so it's not going to go away that quick. Like I said, you could sell this beer, I said 3 to 5 years, but you could probably sell this beer 10 years. At 12.5%, it's not going to go bad, but the booziness is going to subside after a little bit of time cellaring this beer, but it is awesome. You just got to remember you're drinking a 12.5%er. It's not going to taste like a 6 or a 7%er. It's going to have that booziness there, and like I said, it will subside over time. But a lot of these bigger beers, when they're fresh in the bottle, they're going to have that booziness because it takes so much malt to produce a beer that's 12.5%. That it's going to have that alcohol taste. I mean, you're not going to get around it, but it is what it is, and it's delightful, and it's delicious, and I love it. Final chug. Wow. Wow. Awesome beer. Very awesome. I have not been disappointed from Deschutes Brewery. There is no dating on the bottle. I've looked. There's nothing here. You can go to the website to find out when the Black Butte 25th anniversary beer is done. I got a feeling it was done this year sometimes. I may be wrong. I did not go to their website to look this up. I didn't need to. I kind of knew that it was going to be a great beer. They don't do anything that it's not a tasty beer. I have not had all of their beers. I have reviewed probably 6 or 7 of them by now that the guys have sent me from out there. They are not distributed in Virginia, not around here where I'm at. Chocolate, vanilla, and there is a black currant in there, and I really, like I said, I don't know what that tastes like by itself, but I can tell there is something else in there. Some dried fruit, figs, dates, raisins, caramel, toffee. Man, it's a complex beer. It's got so many things involved. It's delicious, though. It's delicious. You just got to remember that it's a 12.5%er, and the fresher you drink this, the more booziness it's going to have in it. And that's just my opinion. That's just what I think about these kind of beers. When they get to this stage of the above 10%ers, they are going to have some of that booziness in them. And that, like I said, that will subside over time, and it will mellow out over time the longer you cellar it. And if I had another one, I would put that away for at least 5 years and try it after that. But it is delicious. It is an awesome beer. Definitely worth picking up if you can get this beer in your area, get your hands on it from some way or another. Somebody send it to you. It's awesome. It's awesome. Without me rambling on, guys, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. It is that good. If it had a date on the bottle, I would probably give it a 10. And without going to their website and have to jump through hoops or trying to figure out some kind of coding on the bottle, most people, and I don't say everybody, but most people, when they buy a beer, they're not on their smartphone or have a laptop or something where they can go to the website and try to figure that out. I mean, that needs to be on the label or on the bottle somewhere, that you know. I mean, when you get to the 12.5%er, you don't need a date of the month. You just need the year. Because with the year on a 12.5%er, even on a porter or a stout, that's basically all the information you need to know when it was put in the bottle. So that gives you an idea how long to cellar it to mellow it out. So, because 9.9% of the times, if you're going to get a beer that's anywhere between a 12 and a 15%er, it's going to be pretty hot or boozy fresh. So, with that being said, that's what I'm gonna give it tonight. It's a 9 out of 10, guys. Let's go see what other guys say about this one. We'll go over to Beer Advocate first, and Beer Advocate says 94 in the outstanding range. I would not argue with that. It is an outstanding beer, as is most of the beers that they do. They do some great work out there. Their brewer is on the ball there. He's got it going on. We can just get them to put some kind of dating on their stuff. That's the biggest fuss I can say about this. As far as the beer is concerned, it's awesome. It's delicious. Just remember, you're drinking a 12.5%er, and it's going to have that slight booziness to it. Other than that, it's a complex beer, being aged in the bourbon barrel. 50% of it being aged in the bourbon barrels. It is what it is. You get the chocolate, you get the vanilla, you get a slight hint of the bourbon, the dark fruits, maybe just a little bit of coffee or tobacco in there. It's awesome. It's awesome. So, without me rambling on, let's go over and see what Rate Beer says. Rate Beer says it's 99 overall and 97 in the style. So, I would not argue with that at all. If I was to put a number on this beer, I would give it between a 97 and a 99 in the style myself. So, with that being said, if you've had this beer, give me some comments back on this one, whether you liked it or didn't like it. I did like it. I would almost say that I loved it. So, with that being said, guys, let me know what you think of it. If you've had this beer or can get this beer, give me some comments back on this one. As always, Rate, comment, subscribe, hit the like button, and well, we've been on a roll here the last week or so. 2014's been good to Greg's Beer Reviews. We get some really tasty beers, so keep your fingers crossed. We'll see what's in the fridge tomorrow. So hope you can join me then. See ya.